guys, I wanted to just go over this problem a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and put an example in the discussion group just so you see kind of what I'm looking for. So this is your practice. So you're supposed to use everything that you have learned from the notes and from the video and use it to help you solve this. So you've got Diego and Elena, and they have each written equations. Oh, and heads up, I just want to say I have 5 minutes to make this video, and then it cuts me off. So I might end up doing this in 2 parts. But Elena and Diego, they each wrote equations to represent the diagrams. Okay, so looking at the diagrams, they wrote an equation. However, one person is right and one person is not. So you need to decide who wrote the equation correctly. Did Elena do it or did Diego? Did Elena write it correctly or Diego? So I'm going to let you guys look at numbers 1 and 2. Remember, for your discussion, you only need to do 2 of the problems. So just pick 2. I'm going to do one example for you that's kind of in the middle. Okay. So we've got Elena said that W plus 35 equals 90 and 2W plus 35 equals 90. Well, let's just take a quick second to review. Okay. So hopefully you saw this in your notes, but there's 2 different types of angles, okay? So, or 2 angles that we're going to refer to in this. There's many different types of angles. So we've got an angle that looks like the corner of a page. Now I know my lines aren't straight. I'm using my mouse, so you're going to see it's a little messy, okay? If it's this type of angle, hopefully you remember how many degrees? 90, okay? So that's a 90-degree angle or a right angle, but you need to know a right angle is 90 degrees. The other type of thing that we're going to look at, angle, is a straight angle. So imagine a straight line. And a straight line, well, let's imagine that if you folded a piece of paper and then opened it all the way, it's going to make a straight line, but you still do have an angle. And so this angle is 180 degrees, okay? So you need to remember that. Okay, the other thing, so a straight line is 180 degrees. So let's go back to this 90-degree angle. So let's say I cut this in half. Well, I've got an angle here and an angle here. Together, they need to equal 90 degrees. So let's say this angle was 40. Okay, well, I have a mystery angle here, but I know that mystery angle plus 40 is going to equal, let me try to write it like an equation, going to equal 90, okay? So you gotta think, something plus 40 equals 90. Oh, 50, and I could subtract 40 from both sides. This is supposed to be 90. 50 plus 40 equals 90, okay? So that would mean that this angle right here is 50. Okay, now, sorry, writing is super messy. I hope you can follow along with that. I'm going to erase that just so we can keep going with some of the different things. So the same would be true if you cut a line here. If you did a line right through here, well, you know that this angle plus this angle is going to equal 180. So if this was an 80-degree angle, this would have to be a 100-degree angle, okay? Because 100 plus 80 is 180. Let me erase this as much as I can. Okay. Now, the other thing that you should discover is that if you have 2 intersecting lines, let's just do this color, okay? If you've got 2 intersecting lines, I need you to imagine that those are perfectly straight lines. This angle, if the angles are across from each other, they're going to be the same. So you've got this angle and this angle. Well, they're across from each other, so they are going to be equal. They're going to be the same. We call those vertical angles. Okay, and if you have these 2 angles are across from each other, so they're going to be the same. So if this was a 25-degree angle, you would know that this is a 25-degree angle, okay? That would also tell you how big this is. So you know that this whole line right here, this purple line, has to be